Hey guys, how's it going? So as I said before, anything on the Virginia Beach thing is one of the topics I'm not really going to cover. That's just how I do it, because I don't think that's something you should be trying to make videos off of. I mean, if there's something really crazy happens, then maybe I would have to, like I did with the Christchurch one. I didn't talk about that, but other stuff. I will be talking about this, however, and that is, despite everything that's going through, the migrants are still trying to do everything they can to get into the U.S. And I'll be honest, like, there are some who obviously want a better life and all that, and that's fine. I have no problem, but do it the legal way. Honestly, what the hell? Okay, fine. Why do they gotta come over here? Oh, I want asylum. For what? You have to yourself be in danger or something, like drug cartels running around your country because you have a corrupt government. Then maybe you should do something about your government. Maybe you should do something and then give yourself something like the Second Amendment so you can defend yourself from other people who will try and do this next time. Because here's this other crap, and it's just part of the article where they're talking about, what is it? They're getting on a train that's called the Beast, and I think like how many people have been hurt or killed, and how there's criminals are going in Mexico. There are criminals who are throwing people off the train. Some have been killed. Some have lost limbs. I think children have been lost because of just the winds are so strong. The branches. There's like all kinds of sharp turns, so people get thrown off and go flying out of nowhere. Like I said, it's some pretty bad stuff. I have no problem admitting this. I was like, man, that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to judge them. But for Christ's sake, if you know it's that dangerous, and you're gonna sit there, let's put our kids on top, and sit there and like, well, once we get to America, they have to let us in, and then they are. It frustrates me because they're basically trying to hide behind their kids and act like nothing's wrong. And you have cartels who are kidnapping these kids, or I don't know about kidnapping, but they're taking these kids and trafficking them basically when they're not with their parents. And then you have people on the left, and I'll say extreme left, who are defending, like, oh, they just want a bit, like, no, some of them maybe, some of them do, I don't know, but I'm actually, and then sorry. And then even in the parts coming up where they're talking about how the Mexican police have actually obtained, like, I think it's like twice as many illegals from Honduras and all that as last year. They are just flooding in to Mexico, and then the Mexican president's like, oh, well, we're going to give you guys some honorary visas or whatever the hell, and they're just staying there for as long as they have to, but trying to come to the U.S. And luckily, there's like fines for people who help them out. Police are, I think, had to check them, and they're doing like searches on the boxcars and all that, because they'll just go over there, close the boxcars, and people could suffocate in there. So they're having to stay on top of the damn trains. And you have this one woman whose brother is talking about how, oh, just go back to Honduras, get your kids, and then come back, because the laws in the U.S. were basically we're not allowed to have kids in detention centers. So they're basically just trying to circumvent or find loopholes in our laws, and liberals have no problem with this. But they talk about the fictional gun show loophole, or the online gun purchasing loophole, something that doesn't exist, but they claim it's there, and they obviously must be right because they keep saying it. However, all these kids are going missing because of whatever. How many kids are becoming victims? And the only thing they can do, and you'll see here, is one guy talking about how, oh, we're going to America. The guy was in New York when he got sent back to Mexico or Honduras or whatever, and he's on his way back. He lost an arm because of this freaking train ride. And it's honestly just frustrating as hell, because it's not going to stop. And I'm sorry, like I said, there's things that I don't like about Trump, and there's things I do like. And the fact that he's putting up the tariffs on Mexico, I think it's like 5%. And then I think next year it's going to go up even higher. That way he's going to force the president to do something about illegals from Honduras coming over to the U.S. Good. I like the fact that he's sending them over to like the blue states. Cause like, oh, well, if you want them, you can have them. Your blue states anyway, they're going to vote blue. Here you go. The other thing I don't like about that is I know they're going to try and flood into places such as Texas and any other red state. Why? Because they're going to just do it. They're trying to change everything. And oh man, I swear, I don't even know where to start on this rant, in all honesty. And this is just a pure opinion video. I was actually thinking about just putting out something else a little, because some other stuff obviously be a bit more, that would be even more opinion based, but it would have been a lot shorter. But I saw this and I was like, you know what, I gotta touch on this topic, because I don't want to talk about I don't want to talk about the one incident, and then anyone else who does, anyone who's white, anyone who's black can be called a racist. Obviously it's a little bit harder to call me that. I mean, being brown and all. So I don't really care what they have to say about me. You can't call someone who's brown a racist towards brown people. I care about the laws in my country. I don't agree with all the laws. There are things that I think are stupid. However, I at least have to respect them. And I at least say, okay, fine. And yes, I will push and vote for different changes that I might want. That's the best I can do. But I don't sit there and act like, oh, I should be able to go to another country, do as I want, well, because I know a group of people are gonna, like how the Democrats want illegals to be able to vote. How California's like, oh, you just need a driver's license to vote now. No, I'm sorry. Please forgive me for just not making, for not really making any sense. But Jesus, what the hell? I'm gonna get back to this migrant thing, because honestly, that is a big deal. They're just flooding in here. Mexico's gets caught twice as much. Then I can only imagine how many they didn't catch, and how many more are trying to get over to the U.S. and how many, and especially in English, he's going to say, "Hey, yeah, we're heading to the U.S." They're sitting there putting their kids on and the boxcars are on top of them to ride, to risk it, knowing, hey, they might be killed, but we got to do this. As simple as, oh, yeah, let's put our kids' lives on the line, because, hey, we want a better life for our kids, instead of doing it the illegal way. They literally can't, and then especially, like, if you're looking for a better life, why not just stay in Mexico where the place is offering you it? Why do you have to try and get to the U.S.? And then you're gonna sit here and complain. You're gonna hear people complain about, what is it, capitalism and so on. And then you're gonna vote to get rid of everything. The very thing you came seeking, you're gonna vote to get rid of. It's stupidity. Third world stupidity. And it honestly pisses me off. I wish I wasn't brown. I swear, I wish I could just pull up Michael Jackson, just buy some bleach. Oh, man. I'm sorry. I know how fucking ignorant that just came off, but Jesus Christ. You have no idea how much it pisses me off seeing that. I donate to the Children's Hospital. I donate to LifeWorks to help kids. And seeing these people put their own kids' life at risk because they claim when they want their kids to have a better life, and then they use their kids as shield to get around our laws because they know what they are. And I said, well, we're gonna head back home to grab our kids, to put them on a train so we can maybe get into the US because we want our kids to have a better life. Then just send your kids. Well, I mean, just, you can stay where you are, or you can get into Mexico if you want. Be like, oh, here's our kids. There you go. You can stay where you are. The whole you're separating families. Well, we don't cry about doing it to drug dealers. Most people smoke and sell weed. That's a victimless crime. No one's forcing you to buy weed. No one complains about that. No one complains that a prostitute gets separated from her kids. Guys, I'm sorry. This is just a freaking rant. Honestly, I saw this and it just pissed me off. It just annoyed me, whereas I like should talk about it. So anyway, I'm gonna try and do a better one. Like I said, this is also just because I want to grow. I want to get some opinion stuff out there, and I just, before I get anything too factual and more evidence based and all that, I at least want to get more people. Anyway, please tell me what you think. Do you agree with me? Don't agree with me? Is there anything I should have touched on? Anything you want to add to it? Actually, I might have to do it in the about area, because I'm just ranting. I don't even know where to go with this, because it just, like I said, just using your kids just gets to me so much. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'll see you guys next time. Y'all take care. Again, tell me any thoughts, opinions, and so on. See you guys.